Shifting gears to the U.S. now, Democratic presidential candidates were in the early primary state of New Hampshire last night for the party's third debate. The main issues, gun control and the Islamic State. ABC News has more.
Following impassioned opening statements touching on the issues and the Republican race,
if we hold true to the values and the freedoms that unite us, never surrender them to the fascist pleas of billionaires with big mouths.
The question's quickly turning to the elephant in the debate hall.
Does Secretary Clinton deserve an apology tonight?
Yes, I apologize.
Tonight, Bernie Sanders saying he's sorry after 4 of his campaign workers tapped into Hillary Clinton's private voter data.
I want to apologize to my supporters. This is not the type of campaign that we run.
We should move on because I don't think the American people are all that interested in this.
The third Democratic debate then getting to the issues that are on many Americans' minds, from the economy to terrorism.
I think it's absolutely the wrong policy for us to be even imagining that we're going to end up putting tens of thousands of American troops into Syria and Iraq to fight ISIS.
To heated exchanges on gun control.
Senator Sanders voted against the Brady bill.
Do not tell me that I have not shown courage in standing up to the gun people.
O'Malley and Sanders working to differentiate themselves from Clinton, who still has a commanding lead in the latest national poll, while the Democratic candidates at times also shared a united message.
This is the kind of debate we need to take to the Republicans.
And I'm joined now by Charles B. Blazer, Deputy Editor for the News Today. Charles, good evening.
Good evening, Ayman.
Well, yet another debate is behind us. Any clear winners so far?
I think it's difficult to look, in my opinion, at the Democratic race right now in terms of winners and losers, because there is only one frontrunner, and that's Hillary Clinton, and there really is nobody there to challenge her. First of all, you saw only 3 people on the stage compared to the big Republican cohort that's vying for the presidential candidacy. In my opinion, there's only one person who can derail Hillary Clinton's campaign, and that's Hillary Clinton. In the absence of any type of major gaffe, and we've even seen her weather such storms as the Benghazi controversy, the private email scandals, something major would have to happen, and I think that it would have to happen on her part in order really for her campaign to slow down in any way, shape, or form. As you saw, she's ahead in the latest poll by more than 30 points, on average 25 to 30 points. She's way ahead. It's her race to lose.
Do you foresee a scandal on the horizon for Hillary?
I don't foresee a scandal on the horizon. For a while, I thought that the email scandal could lead to indictments by the FBI. There was a lot of information that was released that could have been interpreted in that way, and that direction could have been proceeded. I don't think it's going to happen now. So again, I think that her path to the nomination is as clear-cut as any in recent history, and I think she'll be there come June and July.
Well, we know that President Barack Obama supported her in this campaign. To what extent now, with the sometimes plummeting ratings that Obama is having, to what extent is his support meaningful still for her?
Well, it's interesting because I thought that Hillary was actually going to differentiate herself a little bit more from Obama, which would have been a little bit complicated because she did serve as Secretary of State under him. So a lot of the policies that were formulated were done so in conjunction with Hillary. If you look at the Libya intervention, which failed terribly, that was under Hillary's watch, amongst others. So when she says, for example, her policy on Syria as just one particular example, she's basically not differentiated herself from Obama at all. And to a degree, the Democrats, I think, have suffered because much of the political discourse has focused on foreign policy as opposed to other issues, and that happens to be Obama's weak point, and it's shaping up to be a Democratic weak point as well.
And just briefly, let's take a look at what's going on with the Republicans. Ted Cruz is a bit of a surprise.
Ted Cruz is actually making a lot of headway, not necessarily at the national level, but at the primary level. He's neck and neck with Donald Trump in Iowa and actually leading various polls, and he's making a big push in New Hampshire, early primary states. If he wins a couple of those, a lot of momentum moving forward.
Well, you'll keep following that for us. Charles B. Blazer, thank you very much for that tonight.